How much firepower would you need to crack?
The release date for Halo Infinite.
Not much. A well-placed
leak,
perhaps, but why? Okay, I'm coming with you.
So we had some pretty big news released earlier today, specifically on Microsoft's website pertaining to the release date of Halo Infinite. But what's less interesting to me is the release date, and more specifically what this date alludes to, considering that Halo Infinite is supposed to be a spiritual reboot to Combat Evolved. On the website, we had a little bit of a leaked image pop up talking about that Halo Infinite will be launching November 15th of 2021. What's impressive to me is not only was this taken down in almost an hour, nice, but on top of this, there was a post talking about the game releasing on November 15th of 2021 in a Reddit post under Starfield subreddit 15 days ago. Now, whether or not this guy was randomly talking out of his ass concerning the fact that it was the anniversary date for Halo Combat Evolved, or if it was pertaining to the fact that he had some leaked information, we may never know, and he could have been completely trolling considering the fact that he was entirely on the subreddit, and the title of it itself seems pretty sarcastic. Oh yeah, and the post itself was deleted. But we can't tell if it was deleted because it was information that Microsoft didn't want it, or if it was deleted because it was on the wrong subreddit. Like seriously, if you're gonna post information about Halo, at least find the right place to do it. Oh wait, the Halo subreddit's toxic as Now this may seem far away, but this shouldn't come to surprise to anybody considering the fact that major FPS games always launch in the fall. It's where the competitive market is, and that's where most people's wallets are gonna be at. Major publishers always push a majority of their marketing towards the later half of the year. Now, some people will bring up some other examples, like Doom, for example, that did release earlier in the year. Now, although Doom is one of my favorite games of all time, and it is also a very major FPS shooter, this game has always been quite a bit of an outlier. It can really launch whenever day it wants to. Doom knows its audience pretty well, and that's who it's trying to pertain to. And it's not exactly going to get most of that market within the fall season. In fact, it'd be competing more with Call of Duty and Halo. And in this time and age, those are more juggernauts compared to what Doom used to be back in the 90s. Doom's a great game, don't get me wrong. But Doom's most recent difficulty curve when it comes to the average user playing the game would really put a dent in its market sales if it launched the same time as a Call of Duty game or a Halo game, where most people would buy that regardless because it's some of the biggest titles out there. That being said, Halo will launch in the fall, considering that's how it's going to min-max on as many customers as possible. It's one of the biggest FPSs once again. On top of this, every Halo in the past has launched in the fall season. Why change it now? Microsoft is no doubt ready to push as many of its games, titles, and services all together at once during this season when it's most competitive to take on its other companies. Now, with that being said, what's the importance of November 15th or being on Halo Combat Evolved's release date? Halo Infinite, multiple times over, has been said to be a spiritual reboot specifically to Halo Combat Evolved. Will they ever have a resolution for Halo 5? We heard there might be a resolution, but it's not going to be just a sequel to Halo 5. What the hell this means, I have no idea, considering the fact that 343 has never been really straightforward when it comes to their news. But you know what, at this point in time, I'll take a reboot over the garbage dumpster fire that we got for our campaign for Halo 5. You can't convince me that Locke was half decent. Currently, as it stands, I don't have too much interest when it comes to Halo Infinite, as there's been multiple red flags that have been raised between its monetization, and we have so many developers leaving left and right as if my dad just farted in the living room. Disgusting. So at this point in time, I'm more cautious than I am optimistic about the game, but you know what? I'll still be there to see what happens with the final result of Halo Infinite. Other than that, if you want more Halo content, specifically Halo Combat Evolved and mods and all that good stuff, subscribe down below. You can also support me in the long term and get your name at the end of my videos by hitting me up on Subscribestar. Thank you all for watching Long Time, Not Hard Time, and I'll see you guys next time.
You're a strange animal.